So, my name is Chelsea Umali. You can call me Jush. I am from INF 248. So, this is mathematics function. The comic mathematics functions. So, I will explain detail of the comic and the concepts. In the panel 1, Leia and Connie, the character of the comic, and so Leia admits she is struggling with understanding functions, a common difficulty among students learning math. So Connie, acting as the helpful friend, so in the panel 2, Connie defines a function as a special kind of relationship between input and output. So in a function, every input value must correspond to exactly one output value. So for example, if x equal 1, there can only be one y value associated with x equal 1, such as y equal 20. So for the panel 3, she clarifying outputs. So Connie explains an additional detail. Multiple inputs can share the same output. So for example, x equal 1, y equal 20, and then x equal 2, y equal 20. So this is still a valid function because each x has only one y, even if multiply x lead to the same y. So for the panel 4, function can be visualized by graphing their input and output as coordinates. For example, x equal 1, y equal 20 becomes the point 1 and 20. And then x equal 2, y equal 35. So, becomes the point 2 and 35. When plot, these points form patterns that help us understand the relationship between x and y. So for the final 5, these graphs can take various shapes depending on the type of function, like straight lines, parabolas, curves. So for the vertical line test, to check if a graph represents a function, so draw a vertical line anywhere on the graph. If the line touches the graph in more than one point, it is not a function. And if the line touches only one point at all locations, it is a function. That's all. And then lastly, for the panel 6, so Leia said, there's also a formulas, right? Then sabi ni Connie, yes. So function often have formulas to define how x and y are related. Like for example, there. So for the linear function, y equal mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Leia confirms her understanding by asking if there are formulas, and Connie assures her with a smile that this formula make it easier to analyze and function. So for the a function ensures each input x has exactly one output y. And for the graphing, function can be visualized on a graph where the vertical line test determines if a relation is a function. And for the flexibility, functions come in many forms, linear, quadratic, and iba pa. and have corresponding formulas for better understanding. So this comic simplifies that what could otherwise be a complex topic, making it approachable for beginners while still explaining important mathematical rules. And that's all